Guys, Forsaken has even more coming than we thought, including a forgotten feature potentially returning, a fan-made Jeff the Killer replacement, and even a Chef Noli skin. Let's get into it! One thing that many players have completely forgotten about is a feature that was teased well over a year ago, but never actually made it into Forsaken. Despite being shown off in the past, it has never been mentioned again, and most newer players probably don't even know it existed. The feature was a betting system that would allow spectators to place baits on either the survivors or the killer while watching a match. The idea was simple. If you believed a survivor was going to clutch the round or a killer was going to dominate, you could place a bet and potentially earn extra in-game money if your prediction was correct. Alongside this system, there were also concepts for an upgraded spectating mode just for this feature, as it will include different camera angles similar to security cameras and even a night vision toggle that would let you watch the round from a completely different perspective. Many players were excited about the idea because it would have made spectating much more engaging instead of simply waiting for the next round to begin. Interestingly, a modded version of Forsaken has already implemented a similar betting mechanic, showing that the concept can actually work in-game. Of course, not everyone agreed that it would be a good addition. Some players pointed out that the system could be easily exploited or farmed for extra money. To solve that issue, several suggestions were made by the community. One idea was to only allow betting during LMS situations when there are 3 or more survivors remaining. Others suggested limiting baits to small amounts, such as to $, $5, or $10, while also making players lose their money entirely if their prediction failed. The community quickly turned the idea into a joke, with players saying they would go all in on a 30-day player with hundreds of hours played or risk everything on a level to player who had only just started the game. Even though the feature is basically just gambling, many people still think it would make spectating significantly more entertaining. Since Forsaken hasn't mentioned the system in over a year, it's unclear whether it was scrapped or simply forgotten. However, with players still talking about it today, there is definitely interest in seeing a balanced version return in the future. Would you like to see this feature finally added to the game? With several upcoming killers either being redesigned, scrapped, or completely reworked before release, many players have forgotten about one killer that is still technically planned for Forsaken is Jeff the Killer. While we haven't heard much about him recently, Vess has put together a fan-made redesign that completely changes the character's appearance. This concept is called Bloxbear and reimagines Jeff the Killer as an evil bear. The design took around a week to create and is much more than just a simple model. It includes custom animations, music, and a fully finished appearance that makes it feel like something that could genuinely fit into Forsaken. Some players have even compared it to an evil Teddy Bloxbear due to its unsettling look. Interestingly, this wasn't the original idea for the concept. Vess initially planned to create a 2011X inspired design using classic Roblox packages, but the idea was eventually scrapped because it didn't resemble 2011X enough. The result was Bloxbear, a bear-like character with no eyes, a worn shirt, and a much darker appearance than the first design of the character. Because of how complete the design looks, many players have started suggesting that it could work as a future Jeff the Killer skin rather than a full replacement. Others have even joked that it could have taken the place of Easter Ripper. The weapon was changed to a sickle. While some people argue that it doesn't really look like Jeff the Killer anymore, many agree that it would make a fantastic skin to come instead. For a fan-made concept, the amount of work put into it is impressive, and it shows how many different directions Forsaken could take with Jeff the Killer in the future. Do you think Bloxbear should become an skin or a replacement? One of the most popular additions from the April Fool's update was Easily John Doe, a meme skin that started as a joke but ended up becoming a fan favorite after officially making its way into Forsaken. Ever since then, players have been looking for more joke-themed skins that could potentially join the game, and one of the newest concepts that has been getting a lot of attention is a Noli skin called Noli. Created by Cyan Box, This concept takes Noli and completely transforms him into a chef inspired by noodles. While it arrived too late to be considered for the most recent April Fool's update, many players think it would have fit perfectly alongside skins like John Doe, his body split into two distinct sides. The reason for this comes from the concept's own lore, which explains that Noli's kitchen burned down, leaving him permanently affected by the fire. As a result, one side of his body appears normal while the other looks heavily burned and covered in flames. Instead of carrying his usual Void Star, Noli uses a giant bowl of noodles, and the flames surrounding him are supposedly caused by his obsession with adding huge amounts of chili and spicy seasoning to his food. According to the concept, he specializes in making ramen noodles, which helps make the design feel much more unique than a simple reskin. Many players have been saying this could have easily made it into the April Fool's update if it had been created sooner. Some have even suggested that Forsaken should fully commit to the chef theme and create an entire trio consisting of one eggs, John Doe, and Noli. Others have pointed out that the skin's appearance slightly resembles Gus Fring after the explosion in Breaking Bad, which may have inspired part of the design. The concept has also sparked discussions about other joke chef skins, with some players suggesting Cool Kid could receive a dad at a cookout skin or pizza chef-themed skin in the future. While many expect Noli to appear during the next April Fool's event, some believe it could potentially be considered even sooner if the Forsaken team notices how much attention the concept has been receiving. Would you like to see Noli officially added to Forsaken?
Yes! Yes! Yes!
There has been a massive fan-made concept video by Mr. Purple featuring a brand new intro. The skin mainly shows Slasher carrying the iconic axe Jason uses, alongside a classic Roblox knife. We even see updated walking and running animations, with him being much taller and bigger than the regular Slasher. The stun animation resembles the one from Friday the 13th, and we also get a new M1 and kill animation. His behead uses the axe to swing across, and Gashing Wound, both miss and hit, has a full combo using both weapons. Raging Pace uses the Necrobloction charge up and can even be used to kill a survivor, with custom animations for behead and Gashing Wound included. This skin concept also features multiple custom kill animations against every survivor, with Raging Pace having its own unique variations as well. And finally, we get a full Auro. What do you think of this Aberrant skin? With Forsaken now having multiple connected characters in the game, more and more matching skins are starting to appear between them. Players have also started noticing the same thing happening with Jane Doe and John Doe. One of the newest concepts people have been talking about is a matching skin set based on Rainbow Factory, created by Coconut. This concept is honestly a really niche reference, but many players still think it looks amazing. The matching set is based on Rainbow Dash John Doe alongside Apple Dash Jane Doe, which are characters connected within the Rainbow Factory universe. Because of that, Jane Doe's design actually looks more like a cowboy compared to John Doe, which confused some people at first until they realized the reference behind it. Even though it's a very specific inspiration, the designs themselves still fit surprisingly well into Forsaken style. What makes this even more interesting is the fact that Forsaken already has another skin inspired by Rainbow Factory, which is the Cupcake skin for Cool Kid. Because of that, players are now wondering if this matching set could actually have a chance of becoming real in the future. That's why many players think Forsaken should continue expanding this idea further, since the developers are already experimenting with matching skins for characters like Time and Azure. Having more matching skins between linked characters would honestly make the game feel even more unique overall. So we could definitely see more huge things coming to the game. Is the future of Forsaken good? Subscribe and hit the bell for more Forsakening it.